Okay, here we're going to learn sigma or summation notation. Alright, so you may be familiar with this symbol if you study Greek letters or if you're in a fraternity or sorority. It means sigma, it's S, I guess, and in math it means the sum. So we're going to use it to find sums. So the sum of the first n terms of a sequence is represented by this symbol here. So this is a simpler way of writing out all these terms added together. Alright, so in that picture, I is the index. Alright, that's where we're going to start. And n is the upper limit. So the index is kind of like the variable we use, and the number it's set equal to is like the term number we're going to start on, and the number on top is the last term number we're going to end on. So 1's the lower limit, and then n is the higher limit. So here, in A, we could find the sum and we can expand it out by doing the following. So this 3i is your nth term formula. So you start with the number next to the variable below the sigma, and you plug that in first. So if we plug in 1 in for I, you get 3. Okay, and then since it's sigma, we're going to add. Alright, and then you go to the next positive integer. So you go to 2. So you plug 2 into 3i and you get 6. Alright, then you go to 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Alright, and I stop right there because 5 is the last number. Alright, add these together. Alright, and we're going to learn ways to do that in later sections, but for now, the sum comes out to be 45. Alright, and if it's arithmetic, meaning it goes up by the same amount every time, you could do this a cool way by doing the first and the last number. Alright, so you get 18, and then the second to last number, and you get 18, and then that's 36 plus 9, and you get 35. Okay. In the next, before we do the next example, let's look at these properties of sums here that you can use. So if you have like a constant that you could factor out, of the nth term formula, all right, you could do that first, and then factor, and then do the sum later on. So like another way we could have done this was 3 times the sum of 3i from 1 to 5. And then that would be like 3 times 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 3 times 15, which is also 45. Alright, and if you have like two sums added together or subtracted together, you could do it separately. So in this example, if we apply that rule, we can do like the sum of 1 from 3 to 6 plus the sum of k squared from 3 to 6. Okay, now be careful here, because this doesn't have a variable. So it's like, alright, we plug 3 in, well there's nowhere to plug 3 in, so it's just 1. Alright, then we go to the next, we plug in 4, and there's nowhere to plug it in, so it's just 1. Plug in 5, there's nowhere to plug it in for k, so it's just 1. Plug in 6, and it's just 1. Alright, so that part of the sequence is just going to equal 4. Then with the other part, since there is a k, you plug in 3 for k squared and you get 9, and then you plug in 4 and you get 16, you plug in 5 and you get 25, you plug in 6 and you get 36. Alright, so now we can add all these up, and we get, okay, and you get 90 for that. Now for C, you could try it on your own. I'm going to show you right now how to do it on the calculator. So if we open up a new calculator, so just go hit the home button, go to a new document, add a calculator. Okay, so we're going to do C on here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to hit the button next to the 9, and it gives us all of these options here. Now if you're in test mode, you have to get out of test mode. If you're home quarantined, I'm not sure how you're going to do that, so you just can't do this then. Maybe if you reset your calculator, if you hit the button in the back with like a pencil, that might work. Alright, so we're going to type this in, just how it looks. Alright, put the 8 up there, and then do 1 over I factorial. So remember, the factorial button is right around here, next to the G. and that's our answer. So if you plug in 0 for I, you get 1. Plug in 1 for I, you get 1. Plug in 2 for I, you get 1/2. Plug in 3 for I, and so on and so forth. All right, it's going to simplify to that right there.